René hat gesagt, dass der andere, wenn es aber dann ist, erst der oberste, also der Einstand, der ja Teil am Sonnenteil, so, der ist zahlt, der nicht zahlt, der kann Kapital sein. Und wir sind so gut, Kapital schlecht und so. Der hat gesagt, er ist gut, und auch der gar nicht.
Coming next. Oh my God, Richard Gere. I get it. Okay. God bless you. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Now.
Richard! Richard! Woo! Woo! Richard! Hi! Hi, Richard.
Thank you.
I'm waiting so long. Thank you. Here on the window. Here, Richard. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Richard Gere is my hero!
Richard!
Richard Gere, we love you! We love you! Richard! Richard Gere, thank you so much! Richard Gere!
Richard! Woo! Thank you! Thank you! Woo! Thank you!
Ja, muss ich noch mal schnell machen. Tschüss.
Meine Damen und Herren, sehr verehrtes Schweizer Publikum, distinguished international guests, filmmakers and film lovers from all around the globe. My name is Max Lung, and it is with great honor and pleasure to welcome you all to this very special evening, the gala and the world premiere of our film tonight with and about His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, Wisdom of Happiness. Director Barbara Miller, Director and Producer Philippe Delacroix, Director of Photography Manuel Bauer, Executive Producer and Illustrator of the project Valo Khan, Executive Producer Tashi Albertini, and last but certainly not least, Sister of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, Amala Jetsu Pema. Welcome. Keep that applause going, please. Showing that Swiss applause. And there's a lot of cameras. There's a lot of cameras up in the air. I get it. It's hard to clap while filming. I get it. It's our generation. Welcome, everyone. usually don't do this, but can we get a little bit of light in here just so we can see the audience from our perspective? Is that possible? Let's see if we can pull it off. Look at this wonderful audience. Hello, everyone. I get goosebumps. Plus, you have a big group of people joining us here tonight, whom we're going to meet or see at the end of this film on stage. Richard, you've been, as I think many of us know, a friend of His Holiness for I think more than 40 years now, if I got that right. You've been, of course, an advocate of Tibetan rights and its culture as well. How would you describe your friendship with His Holiness? And for those of us who don't get to meet him, how would you describe him as a human being?
I'm always a little bit thrown off when someone says friend of, because it's almost like expecting too much. But I of course we're friends, but I prefer to be a student of. And as a student of 40-something years at this point. But from the Tibetan point of view, they very much, when they talk about the guru or the lama or whatever, they prefer to be called the spiritual friend. And there's a certain sense that then we're all in this together, and we can all be each other's spiritual friend as we follow ourselves along this journey of life.
What? And you don't have to share this, but from a personal point of view, what makes his qualities? I mean, we all know that he's this spiritual figure and leader, and he's done so much for so many different people, not just Tibetans, but for people around the world. But when you're in the presence of His Holiness, how would you describe what makes him special to just
well, His Holiness has a childlike quality. He's completely unpretentious, and you feel this joy, a bubble of joy around him, and utter simplicity. At the same time, he's probably the greatest scholar of his generation. So he's this incredible mix of childlike purity and joy. At the same time, his mind is so precise and so wise. In my lifetime, there's no one to compare to His Holiness.
This is fascinating, and what's fascinating as well is just kind of feel like you're in the presence of His Holiness tonight, watching this film, or at least as close as it gets. At least that's how I felt when I watched it. How did you get involved with this project, and what is your involvement? Because you contributed more than just a name.
Yeah, these three people right here, these three lovely people, made this movie with the help of this wonderful gentleman over here. And I heard about this film for many years, and Philip and Barbara and Manuel came to me about 6 months ago, and they said, "Would you look at our film?" And I said, "I'm delighted." And I saw the film, and I was very moved by it. And as my wife says, I have too many ideas. So I said, I have a few ideas of maybe we can try some other things and maybe make it a little longer and let it breathe a little more. And they were open to that. And so the first call I made them was to my friend Oren Moverman, who we've made now 6 movies together. As a writer, director, producer. And we set to work. And they were still working in Zurich, and we set up an office in New York. And really started to look at it almost frame by frame. And you'll see the outcome of that. And this team worked really well together, and we really respected each other. And I think under the gaze of His Holiness, which you'll experience here, there's some unique footage of His Holiness that will never happen again. And to experience as close as you can to being in a singular conversation with His Holiness, directly into his mind and making eye contact with him. This is as close as you will ever get to that private audience. So, I mean, we're deeply proud to share this with all of you.
This, we live in a time where we all need more compassion more than ever. What do you hope that this film, and what message do you hope it's translated over to the audience.
Well, I'm looking at the audience here, and I'm thinking, man, they see this movie, and maybe there's this other kind of energy that's generated in this group. How many people do you think are here?
Good question. How many people are here? 600 maybe? 750, okay.
750 people who were all incredible, beautiful people to begin with. But now, after this film, maybe there's a whole nother level of possibility that we all kind of vibrate together. And we carry that back to our families, and our friends, and our communities, and our countries, and our planet. And this is how we change the world.
Jetsun, I mentioned you, the sister of His Holiness. I just wanted to quickly say hello and kind of ask if you've been well received here in Zurich, what you think of Zurich, and of course as well, what does this film mean to you?
Well, first of all, this film means a great deal to me, and I saw it, the first kind of edition, and of course I was in tears, because you see His Holiness speaking to you directly, and it's really moving. You will all experience this. And then I'm very happy to be here in Switzerland. Switzerland is such a wonderful country, and then there are many Tibetans who live here. Switzerland was the first country that opened its doors to the Tibetan refugees when we left our country, and our country was occupied by the Chinese, and we came here. So Switzerland is a mountainous country, like Tibet, and the Swiss people have such a warm heart, and it's always wonderful to be in Switzerland and to see the Swiss people, and they're very friendly, and Switzerland with all the beautiful lakes and the mountains and the fresh air. So I love Switzerland, and it's wonderful to be here. So thank you.
And we love you. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we could be talking all night long, but let's do this beautiful screen do all the talking and this wonderful film. And we will have the honors of having them back on stage at the end of the film, and plus Richard and everyone else will be watching the film. So that's an honor as well to all of us here in Zurich. Give them a big round of applause. The filmmakers of Danke. They will be coming up on stage with quite a few more people at the end, many of the filmmakers, plus Tibetan dignitaries are here tonight. So if you could do me a big favor and remain seated at the end of the film, all the way till the end of the credits. Wenn Sie alle bitte sitzen bleiben können bis am Ende des Films, bis nach dem Abspann, dann haben die Gäste nochmal hier kurz auf der Bühne. What a powerful film. Keep this applause going. I'd like to welcome back on stage Sister of His Holiness, the worthy Dalai Lama, Mother of Teammates, Amala Jetsun Pema. President of the Central Tibetan Administration, His Excellency Sikyong Petma Tsering. Secretary General of His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, Tenzin Shirkyapa. The filmmakers of this film, Director Barbara Miller, Director and Producer Philippe Delacine, POP and Photographer Manuel Bauer, Executive Producer Mr. Richard Gere, Executive Producer Oren Ruderman, Executive Producer and Initiator Bado Kam, Executive Producer Kashi Albertini Kaiser, President of the International Campaign for Tibet, Prince Gyatso, Executive producers Monlam and Hans-Peter Maurer Adolfsson. Executive producer Regula Kurti. Executive producer Tobias Asch. Additional camera and title design Matthias Winter. Editor Isai Oswald. Additional editor Elias Vincent. Editing assistant Fabian Koch. Sound design and mix Julian Josef. Sound design and mix Kurt Kuhmann. Location sound Peter Meyer. Picture design Patrick Lindenmeyer. Digital restoration Pedro Nunez. Please come a little bit closer to me, everyone. Please come a little closer. Transcription advisor Karin Nachler. Production services New York Sabina Schenk. Creative director of our campaign Frank Baudin. Art director Michael Hinderling. Swiss distributor from Ascot Roger Kaufmann. Yeah, that's the fault. Thank you. Thanks for saving my life here. German distributor from Exolai Berlin, Martin Koppendörfer. World sales from Outlook Vienna, Stefanie Fuchs. What a talented group of people. Can we get some light?
Ja? Ja, ja, eigentlich. Können Sie nicht? Oder funktioniert das?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You heard it in the audience tonight. And I think that speaks for all of us, that this is so much more than a film. It's really a meditative experience. I needed this. How many of you needed this film right now? We live in a world where we want to or not, but there's so much stress related to everything that we have to do, and this was really a moment of reflection, and I do not, unfortunately, listen to Dalai Lama's words enough. I need to do it more often, but I think it centered all of us, and it gave us a sense of purpose, and I hope you take a little bit of tranquility and wisdom home with you, and we go out and spread more kindness, because his words are nothing but inspiring. This was just a quick moment, I think, for all of us to thank all of you for coming and supporting this evening. So thank you to the audience, and at the same time, yes, a round of applause for our audience. And at the same time, of course, this is a big thank you from us, the audience, to all of you for making this film, for many of you for making your way all the way from Tibet, from India, from all around the world, from the US, wherever you guys came from, to Switzerland. Thank you so much. Have a peaceful evening. Have a wonderful evening. A big round of applause for the filmmakers.
Bravo!
And our Tibetan dignitaries of wisdom of happiness. Thank you. If I could kindly ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to quickly just remain seated or by your seats until our special guests have left the cinema. Otherwise, with the exits this way, it'll get a little bit chaotic. How was the film? Did you guys enjoy it? I know the applause was great, but yes? Happy? Thumbs up. I love it. Great. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful good evening. Schönen guten Tag. Ciao zusammen. Schönen guten Abend.
Ciao, ciao.